Welcome back at 8:31 on your Saturday. Good morning to you. I'm Maddie Kurth. And look, it was a gorgeous late night for many out there at night one of Taylor Swift's Eras Tour. Hannah Gard joins us here in the studio with your Weather Authority forecast. We are looking ahead to night two.
Oh yeah, we have a lot of events happening this weekend as well, aside from the Eras Tour, and great weather for all of those events. But I want to take a look first at the fog that we're seeing forming this morning. The visibility has been getting a little bit better in Galliano, but we are still seeing some patchy dense fog all the way up through Baton Rouge and the river parishes. There's a dense fog advisory in effect. This will be throughout the morning hours. We'll see that mixing out as we have that daytime heating happening, but just take it slow on the roadways if you're in the bayou parishes and parts of the river parishes. You're even seeing some of that light fog over the metro right now. The sun is up and it is shining. It's going to really heat things up. We're getting to the mid 80s very quickly. By 2 p.m. we'll be sitting around 84. I think we get to 86 today in many areas, and some places on the North Shore could start pushing into the upper 80s too. 81 degrees as the sun is starting to set, and then we'll get into the 60s after the Eras Tour. If you're leaving, it's not going to feel chilly. It's going to be a little bit cooler. We'll have a more mild feel if you're planning on heading out or heading home. We're going to be in the mid 80s both days this weekend. We'll see some 50s on the North Shore tomorrow morning, mid 60s on the South Shore. So again, starting to lose that cooler feel. It's more of a mild temperature, which is what we saw this morning. We saw widespread 50s on the North Shore. Now we're getting into the 60s, South Shore, almost 70 degrees in many areas. We have high pressure right over us, so the winds have been pretty calm. You can see this cold front just to the north and just out of reach. We're seeing those 50s in Oklahoma City. There's some rain too. This is going to pass to the north of us. The reason for that, on water vapor, you see this U shape that's digging across the Great Lakes right here. That's the upper level low that's driving that cold front. It's so far to the north of us, and we have high pressure over our area, so that's just going to pass to the north of us. But you can see this high pressure over here to the east starts to filter in some moisture, and then we have a cold front coming down. That's going to bring back the rain chances for the later parts of next week. It's not great timing because it is Halloween, so I'm increasing the rain chances starting Wednesday and peaking out on Thursday right now into Friday. We'll have to watch the timing. Typically within a 3-day range, we can have a better idea on actually nailing down that timing for Halloween. I would just plan for the potential of seeing rain with your costume preparations. But we haven't seen rain in 22 days. It's been since the beginning of the month. So we need some rain. We're in a deficit for the month. We're almost an inch below where we should be. October is normally the driest month of the year, so this isn't a huge shock, but if we got a little bit of rain, that would be beneficial. It'll also drop our temperatures down. We've been under high pressure, which keeps us warm and dry. Our average temperature is 77. We're almost 10 degrees above that through the weekend. As we see the winds kicking up into the start of the week, and we see some cloud cover coming back into play along with rain chances, that'll get us into the low 80s again through Friday. So we'll see a little bit of change with the heat as well, but that's still above normal for the time of year. In the tropics, hurricane season's not over yet. We're still watching this area in the Caribbean for a chance for formation. This will be through Halloween into the first week of November. So after next week, you can see how warm the waters are in the Caribbean. I'm not worried about this really for a Gulf threat because it's so cool over the Gulf now. This typically happens after October and into November when we see those cold fronts coming down. They cool off the Gulf waters. And the typical path here is to the eastern Pacific or to the north because of those fronts. So really no path to the northern Gulf Coast, but the next name would be Patty. And we still have about a month to watch for hurricane season. It lasts through the end of November. So we'll keep an eye out on that for you, but no worries about the tropics here. That rain would be from a cold front that I don't know passes all the way through or not, Maddie, but if we do get a little bit of moisture in the area, we could see some rain into the holiday. So we'll watch that closely, but through the weekend, great weather for all the events.
Yeah, I guess you could always complain that you got to wear some kind of layer underneath, but hey, make that layer your pajamas and trick-or-treating will be very comfy.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. All right, thank you, Hannah.